You doing the launch spots?
Huh?
You do the launch spots. Okay, right. Yes. All right, here we go.
All right.
HIV/AIDS is the single greatest health crisis currently confronting African Americans.
Kim the Nail Diva is located inside of the W Salon at 1692 Madison Avenue. Kim the Nail Diva can provide all of your natural nail care needs. Please give her a call at 901-314-4100 to schedule your appointment.
Are you tired of the same old thing? Well, one cute dimple says the same is lame. Check out Sean Campbell Clemens on Facebook at Miss Sean Cutest Little Thing, on Instagram at ICD Custom Kicks. You won't be disappointed with your kicks. That's my old lady, Miss Sean Campbell Clemens.
Something happened along the way. You supposed to sing? No.
You hear that?
Something happened along the way.
Something got killed.
Yesterday is all we had. And we're back. We're live on KWM 990 Talk Radio, while Corvines of Education, Empowerment, and Enrichment.
He looking at you like
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Ow!
Hey,
We back.
I apologize.
We back.
I need to play that song.
That's
I
the
apologize.
jam. All right, we back. Okay, let's you want to talk about the Emmys?
Yeah, when we left off, you were talking about the Emmys. So we had a historic moment.
We did.
This week.
We did.
67 years had passed
And that's almost cuss. That's a shame.
before African American female was won an Emmy for a leading role.
Mm-hmm.
And the top TV series, everybody loved that. How to Get Away with Murder. She came on in through that thing, and she won. And then you had two more in supporting roles, and they walked away with those nice trophies for their work. The one thing she said, what's her name?
Viola.
Yeah, Miss Viola. She did a quote from Harriet Tubman and said that the only thing that separates African American women from winning is the opportunity and being able to challenge for positions because they lack the opportunity. So that was pivotal. And then she had someone to go on Twitter and shout out and say that the Emmys should not be decided based on a person's race. It should be decided on a person's talent. And this lady was a soap opera star. So she's been in the soap opera on acting for 20 years and haven't been nominated. So you know they lit her up real good.
I thought she got removed from the show.
Oh yeah, they got her.
Okay. Well, it's once again,
We got a lot of feedback.
white privilege in America. It's a shame. In that whole room, you can count the black faces that were in the room. It's a shame that we have this award show, the Emmys, and what's the other one?
What's the red carpet one?
I forgot.
Academy Awards.
Academy Awards.
Yeah.
It's a shame in those rooms, all of those white faces. We have all these talented non-white individuals in this world, and they rarely receive awards. And it's just a shame. Whatever. It's a shame.
Well, shake your neighbor hand on the
It's a
left and on the
shame.
right then.
It's a shame. All we need is opportunity. Just stop all the racism in this country and give everyone the same opportunity. But
On a higher note,
Pretty much.
the Pope was in the United States.
and he made every big time preacher in this country look very, very bad.
Why you say that?
Because he's humble, he has humility, he's down to earth. You can touch him with the Secret Service and his security team around him. You have preachers now who are in the cities and the states, they have 3 members, they won't even speak to you when they're out at the restaurant. And we talking about the Pope. And this man speak and touch people and pray for people. These preachers have 2 members and with a high school message degree and won't say nothing to you. With these ugly gorilla suits, and this man is, I'm turning Catholic. I'm about to be Catholic.
It's hard work, baby.
Hey, look, he made every preacher look bad in this country. Kudos to the Pope.
He made me cry.
He's awesome. I love the Pope.
Yeah, I was at work, and I was in the break room,
Mm-hmm.
and I was listening to him.
Uh-huh.
And he got me when he spoke about Martin Luther King.
Uh-huh.
And he had 4 people. Abraham Lincoln was one, Martin Luther King, Dorothy Day.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember the 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But he talked about being inclusive
Mm-hmm.
ending discrimination,
Mm-hmm.
equality,
Mm-hmm.
and he said because the United States is the country of immigrants.
Uh-huh.
We're all immigrants.
We are.
Over here.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's native to this country but the Native Americans were here before
Right.
the colonization took place.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I'm an immigrant.
Right.
So how can you be an immigrant and treat people the way we treat people in this country?
Privilege.
And I just welled up.
Yeah.
You know, I just welled up and I just started crying because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
You see it every day, all day, no matter what facet of it is going through.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, you know, the civil rights movement is supposed to be behind us, right?
Right.
For when we were trying to integrate and end segregation and all these things that were in place.
Mm-hmm.
So because people feel that they've been liberated and that they don't have to struggle or out of the struggle,
Mm-hmm.
then they begin to also not understand or empathize with someone that's in the struggle. So the same struggle that the African Americans had to fight for, equality, able to marry another race if they wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
and attend a school
Mm-hmm.
or prom,
Mhm.
or sit at the counter, PDA, public display of affection. They say that this is something that the LGBTQ community can't have now. And then they join the movement along with the people that's oppressing and that had oppressed the oppressor. And it's crazy how fast we forget. But you know, I'm developing my fastball right now.
Well, I developed my middle finger, so whatever.
Your middle finger.
Absolutely.
Oh, you can't do that.
Whatever. That's my little cousin did me like that one day. She was 2. I told her to get off the balcony. She flicked me off.
Oh my God.
And I said, what? And so I had to go and spank her. But the point of the story is when you have ignorant people who come near you talking mess and being ignorant, you just hold your middle finger up and you wave it.
Oh.
And you march right on off.
Okay. No, I'm not going to take that advice. No, thank you.
But let's talk about the Pope doing Mass. They celebrated Mass with over 20,000 people in the Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
And they served communion to all of them. They had over 200 ministers. The Pope, he presided over the service. It was great. I mean, I love the sacraments. I love the ecumenical services of the Catholics. I love their processions. I love their uniforms. I love everything about them. I don't believe all the doctrines they do, but they looked very organized this weekend in that Mass with 20,000 people. And it just showed you how he came from another country over here, and they just still, everything flowed. The Mass celebration was great. Doing another celebration in Philadelphia. They're going to have over 1 million people there today, I think, today or tomorrow. So, I mean, kudos to the Pope.
No, did you see the video clip where he was traveling
Uh-huh.
and the people were out there waving, trying to get a glimpse of
Mm-hmm.
him? And he stopped the car. They stopped the car. He got out the car and blessed and kissed a little kid that was disabled.
No, he didn't get out the car. He jumped out of the
Well,
car.
yeah, he jumped out
Pope
the car.
Francis is 78, and he's in awesome shape. I mean, 78 years old, and he is in awesome shape.
And
So,
he just got out there and mixed it up. They said he wouldn't even get in the car with the glass enclosure. He was in the Fiat.
yeah. And hey, you have preachers running around here
How many
with
members they
these
got?
church 1.5 members, and they're taking all the money buying these luxury cars, and won't even speak to you, won't touch your hand, won't even feed you. He turned down lunch with the Congress to go feed the homeless.
Wow.
So kudos to Pope Francis. I like Pope Francis.
So listen, tell our listeners where you've been for 2 weeks.
Well, let me get on Christian Brothers High School real quick.
Oh, okay. Now you have a 3 minutes.
I can get on them in 3 minutes.
Okay.
They denied Lance Sanderson his date to attend his homecoming dance. He's an openly gay student at Christian Brothers High School. He wanted to take his date to the dance who was same gender, and they told him that he was unable to bring his date to the homecoming dance.
Well, what they did, they put the letter out
Mm-hmm.
that they had issued early in the year,
Mm-hmm.
where they said that no outside male students could come.
Mm-hmm.
And they have an LGBTQ organization. They have former students that are LGBTQ identified on the faculty and on this special advisory board.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that this was not a spur of the moment decision, They responded to the backlash.
Mhm.
Then they put the letter up that they sent out like at the beginning of the year. But I was trying to figure out why they had, what kind of prom they having with all boys there. Were the other boys able to bring girls there?
Yeah.
Well, they said they should have said maybe he should have been in drag and they switched role that night or changed.
Well, my issue is his parents pay for the schooling. They pay almost $20,000 a year, so.
They did factor that modern family in.
Well, hey, whatever, Christian Brothers High School.
So that's gonna be something that's gonna have to be mapped out on down the road because legally he could get married with his parents' consent at 16.
It's sad. It's sad once again.
But you know, hey, the parents gonna have to make a decision. It's kind of like the little boy that made the clock.
Yeah.
And his parents pulled him out of school, out of that school.
Well.
And they arrested him because he came to school with a clock.
Well. It's
Ahmad.
sad. Yeah. It's sad. Well, I think we're at our break time. Yeah, we're at break. So we'll take a pause for the calls. We'll be right back. This is KWAM 990 Talk Radio, the unleashed voice for the LGBTQ community, live on Saturday.
David's going to tell y'all where he been for 2 weeks.
In jail.
Yeah. Are you clear?